Hey there, and welcome to Study and Prepare with me. I am your guide, and I am so excited you are here. Whether you are a student aiming for top grades, someone preparing for an important exam, or just curious about learning something new, you have come to the right place. On this channel, you will find general knowledge, current affairs, reasoning, English, etc. My goal is to help you study smarter, not harder, so you can achieve your academic goals and still have times for the things you love. Let's dive into today's lesson and start mastering those concepts together. First World War, August 4, 1914 AD to November 11, 1918 AD. Causes. The causes of First World War were as under militarism, narrow nationalism, or competitive patriotism, economic imperialism, Anglo-German rivalry, and Charter of William II. Lack of an international organization. Immediate cause. The immediate cause of the war was the murder of Archduke Ferdinand, who was the heir to the Austrian throne. The Austrians held the government of Serbia responsible for the murder and ultimately attacked Serbia. There was a strong rivalry already between Austria and Hungary and Serbia in the Balkans. Course of war. Germany, Austria, Hungary, Turkey, and Bulgaria were on side. They were called Central Powers. On the other side were England, France, Serbia, Belgium, Japan, Russia. They were called the Allied Powers. The Allied Powers were joined by Italy in 1915 and USA in 1917. The war started on August 4, 1914 and ended in November 11, 1918. Peace treatment. The Central Powers were completely defeated by the Allied power, and an armistice was signed on November 11, 1918, followed by a peace conference at Paris. After prolonged discussions, the Treaty of Versailles was signed between the Allies and Germany on June 28, 1919. At the instead of Woodrow Wilson, the President of America, the League of Nations officially came into existence on January 10, 1920. Its headquarters were fixed at Geneva in Switzerland. Russian Revolution. It established the ideology of Marxism. The Great Revolutions in Russia took place in two stages. The first stage of Russian Revolution overthrew the Nicholas II. The second stage in November of the same year led to the establishment of world's first communists by Bolsheviks under Lenin. Russian Revolution began with mass revolution. Disorders broke out in Petrograd. The Bolsheviks, led by Lenin, seized power in Petrograd on November 7, 1917, November Revolution. In the period between 1917 and 1920 AD, the communists took drastic action against internal enemies or counter-revolutionaries as they were called. Former landlords, capitalists, sexist officers, etc. were arrested, exiled, or executed. The Tsar and his family were killed. In 1923 AD, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic came into being. Chinese Revolution 1911 AD and 1949 AD. In October 11, a revolution under the leadership of Sun Yat-sen ousted the Manchu or Qing dynasty and a republic was set up. The Chinese Communist Party was founded in 1921. The communists under their leader Mao Zedong embarked on the 6,000-mile long march to form a new power base in northern China. Mao Zedong quickly established control over the whole China, and he remained leader until his death in 1976. Turkish Revolution. Turkey was called sick man of Europe. The disintegration of Ottoman Empire began in the 19th century and was completely after Turkey's defeat in the First World War. The treatment meted out to Turkey by the Allies had led to a mass upsurge in India directed against Britain. This upsurge is known as Caliphate movement. Turkey was proclaimed a republic on October 29, 1923 AD, and Kemal became the first president of Turkey. The Turkish Sultan had carried the title of Khalifas The new government abolished the institution of Khalif in 1924-80. Mustafa Kemal Pasha is known as the founder of modern Turkey, Ataturk. Economic repressions of the world. The Great Depression of 1929 AD to 1934 AD was the worldwide, starting with an agricultural recession followed by financial panic and collapse known as the Wall Street crash in the USA. Fascism in Italy. The unification of Italy was only completed in 1878. Militarism in Japan. In Japan, the democratically elected government, increasingly embarrassed by economic, financial, and political problems, fell under the influence of the army in early 1930s. The military soon involved Japan in war with China and later took the country into the Second World War, which its attack on Pearl Harbor. Second World War. Causes. The causes of Second World War were as under the Treaty of Versailles, the nationalist movement of Germany and Italy, conflict of ideology between dictatorship and democracy, inefficiency of League of Nations, colonial and commercial rivalry, aggressiveness of Berlin, Rome, Tokyo axis. The immediate cause of the war was the refusal of Poland to surrender, so Germany invaded Poland on September 1, 1939 AD. Britain and France, as they were under treaty obligations to aid Poland, declared war against Germany on September 3, 1939 AD. On one side were Germany, Italy and Japan, called the Axis powers, and others were Great Britain, France, USSR, USA, China, etc., called the Allied powers. Germany had to face defeat once again. After the fall of Germany, US and UK concentrated their focus against Japan. On 6 August 1945, an atom bomb was dropped on the city of Hiroshima. Japan was asked to surrender, and when she refused, another atom bomb was dropped on 9th August 1945 AD on the city of Nagasaki. On August 14, 1945 AD, Japan surrendered unconditionally and the Second World War came to an end. Important battles. 100 Years' War, England and France. 7 Years' War, France were defeated by English. Battle of Trafalgar, British force led by Duke of Wellington defeated French force led by Napoleon Bonaparte. Opium War, China and Britain. Crimean War, war between Russia and the Allies, England, France, Turkey and Sardinia. Boer War, fought in South Africa between the British and the Boers. World War One, Germany with Austria-Hungary against Britain with Russia, France, Japan, Canada, Belgium. World War Two, Axis power, Germany, Italy, Japan against Allies power, Great Britain, USA, USSR, China. Axis powers were defected. Persons and their titles. Revolutions and their year. Revolution. American War of Independence 1776, Russian Revolution 1917, French Revolution 1789, the Chinese Revolution 1911, Communist Revolution in India 1949, Industrial Revolution 1750 to 1850. That's it for today's lesson. I hope you found it helpful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone else who might benefit. And if you have not already, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on new tips and tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.